In this video, I'm going to cover the very controversial debate on whether you should lift heavy or light to build muscle. And in this video, I'm going to cover which is the best for you, which has the most risk, least risk, and so on. What is the greatest benefit? And let's get started. The first step is to define rep ranges. There are three main rep ranges, and there's one that's more specific within. So there's the strength rep range, which is 1 to 5 reps of heavy lifts. There's the hypertrophy rep range, which is 6 to 15, and more specifically for optimal hypertrophy, 8 to 12 rep range. And then there's the endurance rep range, which is lightweight lifting above 15 reps. There's a lot of different styles of cycling these reps and progressive overload, which I have a bunch of guides on. You can go check them out. However, the thesis is that we have to find the advantages and disadvantages of lifting heavy so that we can pick which one is best for us. So what are the advantages of lifting heavy? Well, lifting heavy can provide a greater load and it's easier to reach failure. That seems like a pretty good package. And yeah, lifting heavy is great for some people. It's a great way to boost strength. It's an okay way to build muscle. As you might discover from how I'm speaking right now, it's not the best for building muscle. But what are some of the disadvantages of lifting heavy? Well, firstly, you have a higher risk of injury because you're simply using more weight, and there's a higher load on the central nervous system, which means you get more fatigued. The central nervous system is pretty much your brain, and you might experience that when you're trying to do heavy lifts. It's like you're mentally fatigued, even though you're not thinking about anything, you're not really mindful. Now, let's move on to lifting light. What is the advantage of lifting light? Well, it might be harder to reach failure. However, that failure is more meaningful. Not all failure is the same, because again, there's technical and mechanical failure, but even if we're talking about technical failure on heavy versus light lifting, the one on light lifting is superior to the one on heavy lifting because you're more exhausted. Tell me, what's harder? Doing 1 rep, knowing that you can't do 2, or not knowing at all how many reps you're going to do and maybe getting 17 and failing on the 18th rep? What's harder, failing on the 18th rep or failing on the 2nd rep? You know very well and easily that failing on the 18th rep is harder than failing on the 2nd rep. So that is an advantage of lifting light. Failure is more meaningful. You can also get a greater mind-muscle connection because you're not throwing the weight around or ego lifting. When you have lighter weight, you're more likely to use clean form. And with clean form, you're more likely to experience a better mind-muscle connection, more muscle growth, more strength buildup. Imagine, lifting heavy is known to cause more strength. However, if you lift heavy with bad form, you're not building strength at all and you're better off lifting light. Isn't that crazy? Now, what are some disadvantages of lifting light? Well, a quick disadvantage of lifting light is it doesn't build as much strength. However, as I mentioned earlier, unless your form is picture perfect, lifting heavy won't build more strength than lifting light. So we've got a pretty good thesis that lifting light is better than lifting heavy. But wait, earlier in this video, I covered the hypertrophy rep range, which is 8 to 12. That is the perfect rep range. I specifically kept it to the end of the video, to those who stuck around, because it's the most valuable. This applies the benefits of both of the light rep range and the heavy rep range, and it mixes them together to make the perfect muscle building system. That's it for this video. I have a paid fitness community. It's the first link in the description. It's only $20 a month. I offer a whole lot of value, even on an individual level. And subscribe to the channel, like the video, embrace progress, not perfection. See you.